Can you ham bone?
Well, that was Gary Busey right there with a beautiful rendition of a ham bone right there. He's got a few things to say. He's got some things to say about relationship stuff.
Can you ham bone?
What's that?
That's the wrong one. Play the same thing.
Fear. F-E-A-R.
F-E-R?
That stands for false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Romance, do you know what it stands for? It stands for relying on magnificent and necessary compatible energy. Relationship. R-E-L-A-T-I-O-N-S-H-I-P. That stands for really exciting love affair, turns into nightmare, sobriety hangs in peril.
Loving that one. Also, I'm just kind of sitting here, but I do kind of feel
I'm retarded?
I'm getting used to all my clips here. Getting used to all these. What else do I got? Let me see. Got more Busey. I got a lot of Busey.
I can look at myself in the mirror and I can start laughing at myself.
Oh man, there's such a gold mine too. Check out On with Busey. It gets better and better each time you watch that show. It's a little unknown gem right there. That's what I will say. It is an unknown gem. All right, yeah. So I got a couple things to talk about here. Do you see my thumbnail? I'm gonna be talking about Indiana Jones 5. Some issues with that right there. It looks like it's gonna flop, which is sad. I'm still on the fence on that. I think these initial worries and people getting paranoid about it are kind of just bullshit. I think this franchise appeals to older people. They're not going to create some internet buzz about this movie. That's just not kind of what you're going to see with the boomer crowd. You're not going to give a shit. But we'll see. Let me see. What do I get?
Are you looking forward to watching a Han Solo movie as a fan?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of... I'm surprised he gives a shit about Indiana Jones. Because he doesn't seem to care about any of his characters. The funny thing about him is he doesn't have to. That's the interesting thing, is he doesn't have to give a shit. He really doesn't have to. Certain people have to. But yeah, not many. You say, oh, John Lovitz Jr. is joining here. Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello?
Yep, yeah, we're live. I just started up a little bit ago. Just I'm doing my basic preamble stuff, like the ham bone. I'm doing a ham bone right now.
Can you ham bone?
What's that?
What is the context of that? Why is he doing that?
I got no clue. I can't remember the show. I just found a thing of best moments. I can't remember. I just remember he's trying to teach this kid about life or something. That's the basics of what I remember from the show.
Wow, Ellen Page definitely looks like a guy now.
Well, yeah, he's had all the tits removed, all that shit.
Really? Okay, I didn't know.
But But does he look like a guy, or does he look like?
Well, he looks like a.
I don't know. I don't think he looks
It
like
looks
a guy.
like a feminine guy, like a lesbian guy. You know what I mean? Like
It looks like to me like a lesbian. Like could just been like a girl with short hair.
Well, it's like cheekbones are pretty pronounced. I don't know if that is always the case.
I think that is. Well, she kind of comes into play a little bit here. She's got a whole tell-all.
Yeah, I assume so. Otherwise, you wouldn't just put him on there to put him on there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got more Indiana Jones. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna go on for a little bit until this comes out.
Till he dies. Oh.
Well, we know how. I don't know. We knows how he cares about that. He doesn't really care about any of these characters dying.
As Han's story came to an end in Force Awakens, how did you feel about the ending? Did you feel good about the ending? Do you like the way his story ended up? Did you see that as Han's ending?
I forget how he dies. Isn't like Kylo Ren kill him or something?
He just like gets and he just like falls into a pit and doesn't matter. The main character, and you don't even see the reactions. Like, it's so stupid.
They wanted all the old people dead so we could focus on, what's her name? Shit, I forget.
Rey.
Yeah, so forgettable. I barely saw any of those movies anyway. But as someone who watched all those movies, I assume they're a pretty forgettable character, even as the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. The first one is basically just a rehash of kind of like the first Star Wars. And then the rest are just like nonsense. The rest are total nonsense.
Have you seen Bring Up the Dead?
I don't think I've seen that movie. Was it good?
It was all right. I wish I didn't watch it during the day because the visuals are awesome, but it was like really darkly lit the entire time. So the saturation was kind of fucked up because all the light coming in the room. Which kind of,
Oh, yeah, that fucks it up.
It would have been better if it was like night time when I saw it. But Tom Sizemore's character is fucking awesome. He's barely in the movie. Same with John Goodman. He's like barely in the film. But Tom Sizemore and Nicolas Cage are like such a really awesome psychotic duo. I wish the whole movie was just them together because that's the best part of like towards the middle and then the end when they're kind of riding around going crazy.
Yeah, R.I.P. all of them, man. They've all left us at this point. Some by sanity. Yeah, the lot lizard bit that was pretty good. I like that part.
I remember watching
that sticks with
stuff, and there was like this line where he says, "I'd like to crack you open like a coconut," and none like, Charlie can like not get through the scene.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can we show that, or we get in trouble?
I'd have to find it first, but yeah, we'd probably get in trouble. Everything we do gets us in trouble. It's funny how you can't show any clips.
What we were showing,
it's got to be like
stream down Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, it's got to be like 5 seconds, and that's it. It's like that. You have to have. It's like this, or else the Sentinels come after you, man. They're gonna act like you got blonde dreads and come right after you. You might have blonde dreads. You might be in the Matrix. That's what they're looking for.
I found it here. I'll give you a link.
Yeah, put up a link here.
I gotta mute my shit.
Lot lizards. A lizard. I didn't see the new season yet.
Me either. I have it recorded, but I like to record it and then watch it so I can skip over the commercials.
Oh, I have it all downloaded and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I have FX and stuff, so I don't want to. I try not to like use Plex too much because I don't like when my computer starts getting hot like that and making that noise where the fans are going crazy. I feel like it's gonna like combust. It's so old. Yeah,
it is true. What Mixplex saying most stuff nowadays can't stand more than 5 seconds. Yeah, I mean they don't make things like they used to. Sucks. Oh, here's this clip. Oh god, I gotta hold on. Oh no.
I like the way you have everyone's faces kind of angled. You got Indy looking one way.
You boys are
I like that too.
Awfully dressed up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the tuxes. Sure. Yeah. Well, we're on our way to Atlantic City for a charity event.
You kind of threw me with those outfits. Yeah. Don't usually find lot lizards out in the wild.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a little behind on my trucker terms. A lot lizard would be a
lizard.
A lizard.
You know, truck stop horse. I mean,
no
offense.
No, man, not taken because we're not horse.
No, we're not prostitutes.
Definitely not a lizard.
Hey. Your secret's safe with me. Don't worry, too. I'm not a cop. I'm not going to judge it either. A man's got to make a living. And look at the way you do. I'm not surprised.
Oh, I appreciate that. But
not
again,
lizards,
not
though.
prostitutes.
Save your seduction for someone else. Oh, God, do not tangle with lizards no more. No. Back in the day, sure, I would have indulged. Hell, I would have let you turn me into Swiss cheese. I would have let you make me into a mailbox. Just open the slot and put whatever you want inside. Not no more. I got a wife now, so I will not suck you, and I will not be sucked on by you. Okay? That's it.
Say 10-4.
Yeah, we read you loud and clear. And just to reiterate, we don't suck on people. We own a bar.
You run a bar? I'm sure you do.
Yeah. How far are we from Atlantic City? It's a long ride.
It's a long way from Atlantic City.
Still got a ways, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're not gonna see all that. We're not gonna get that coconut. That comes back later, I know. But good scene.
I have to find the bloopers and go through it all, yeah. But that's a clip I'll have to dig up and isolate, and maybe we could use it.
Yeah, but you know what? It was funny. I've been thinking about because I know Doug said something the other day, like through our group chat, where he was saying, they need to make more MCU things. But the truth is, man, without those movies, I don't think there'd be any movies, unfortunately.
Oh, James Gunn's making a Superman movie. Okay.
Yeah, James Gunn is heading DC. He's like completely in control of DC. But yeah, so far Indiana Jones has come out. It premiered at Cannes. I think they thought it was going to be like a big deal, but pretty much everyone doesn't like it. It's getting like a really bad review already. Not a good sign before the movie comes out.
They just all the new ones are so bad. I don't know why they keep making them. It's like, did anyone want the last one before the one before that?
Well, actually, that kind of comes up a little bit. That will come up.
Wow, the Crystal Skull is at 77%. What the fuck?
Yep. But the thing also is, it does. It did make money.
This one all make money. The fan base are always going to keep coming back, no matter how fucking terrible it looks. They just can't help themselves.
This is like another. Oh yeah, we're talking about shitty things with movie. As much as I love indie movies and I like better movies, those movie theaters won't exist if you're going to show Beau is Not Afraid and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, I heard that
it's just not going to happen.
Is, not a fun watch. It's very kind of stressful, and it's just a lot of bad stuff happening. But whatever, I don't care. I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm hearing. Yeah, I mean, I heard bad things. That other movie, I actually did hear decent things. That Yagos, what was it called? I forget, but already.
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like a weird plot, almost like his big budget kind of thing. This is his chance to make a bigger movie.
Yeah, it does seem like that. I mean, here's another example. This is supposed to be a record-breaking runtime for Indiana Jones, and I also think if I was a movie theater, I wouldn't want that at all. Because, you're trying to get more showtimes. You're trying to pack it in. If a movie's 2.5 hours, you can, that's a fucking long time. If it was a 1.5 hour movie, that's like a whole other showing that you can get in the day if you had a shorter movie.
Yeah, but, maybe it's just too much good footage to cut out.
I doubt it. I mean, the funny thing is I've heard nothing good or fun about this movie. It sucks, too, because...
Do they think quantity is going to make up for the lack of quality?
There's theories on it. A lot of people think they're putting out long movies so that they can have it on streaming and then boost their numbers, being with watch time. So it's which is nefarious. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're trying to do. But let's see how long this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be 2 hours and 22 minutes. And you know what?
Like the Spotify shit. They're doing the same thing. These people make 4 hour long albums of schlock, just hoping one or two things hit.
If I had a movie that was like Raiders of the Lost Ark or like Last Crusade, I wouldn't really mind a 2-hour, 22-minute. But we know what this is gonna be. This is gonna be woke agenda Disney. Kathleen Kennedy,
like an hour and a half. You know, I don't need to be sitting there for a day. Especially, if it's not that
Kathleen Kennedy's coming in with a strap on, and it's gonna be fucking Harrison Ford. She's the new raping.
You just have to refer her as the dirtbag or whatever person, because I don't know her name.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just say no. That's Phoebe Waller-Grace. I'm talking about the president of Lucasfilm, who gets people who look like her. She gets like people that look like her, like Phoebe Waller-Grace and like the Rey Skywalker. It's all these boring-looking British brunettes.
I mean,
like her go-to.
The Rey girl is more attractive than the Fleabag.
I think the Rey girl has a good-looking face. She's just kind of.
She's all right.
She doesn't have a lot of charisma. Yeah, no tits.
And they make her
not
hair
a lot
look
of
so
charisma.
stupid. She looks like a little boy the whole movie. She might as well be Ellen Page.
Well, we'll get into that.
Or is it Ethan Page now?
No, it's Elliot Page.
Elliot, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Go buy or whatever. I'm calling her her. Go buy her new book, Page Boy. That's what this is.
Did they really do this just so they could have that come out?
I think there's some things about that they're doing certain things so they can maybe get some popularity on it. But I don't think anyone gives a shit.
There was like some report that the reason they forced Bruce Jenner into doing that because the ratings were dropping.
It could be, man. I wouldn't be surprised. But besides from a record-breaking running time, we got a record-breaking budget, which is not good because that ain't easy to. If you have a $300 million movie and you're going to spend, I don't know, at least $150 million in advertising, you're looking at like $450 million. And the movie theater takes half. So to break even, you have to get, I don't know, like around like $600 million. Like to break, I don't even know. Let me see. What is it?
Wait, I'm confused. Why did this Miles Morales guy have to lose weight for an animated character?
I don't know.
Like,
okay. Maybe this.
And he's voice acting.
Oh, he's trying to play the live action version of him.
Oh, so so they're doing like a crossover of the animated that's going to be a live action version of the animated movie?
Yeah, they're probably going to try to make a live action. But you know what? Look at him. He doesn't look he's supposed to be 16 years old. I was going to say that this guy's fucking 30 or like older.
Yeah,
like,
he looks.
This ain't happening, bud.
They're going to have to de-age that motherfucker. Well, he's got a mask on the whole time.
Hey, they're doing it with Harrison Ford. I heard in like most of this movie, he's de-aged. Right here, you can see some de-aging going on there.
Mixaplex says the guy's 30.
I mean, he could be
a 14-year-old boy or something in it.
He could be older too. I don't even know. Shameik Moore. I don't know. He's
no, it says Miles Morales.
He's 28, so he's like 30 is accurate. Oh yeah. The actor who plays Miles Morales is Shameik Moore.
I didn't know who's fucking who. Oh look, there's an Avatar baby. Nice.
There's an Avatar baby now. Yeah. But he's supposed to be de-aged most of the time in this movie, which is kind of weird. There's a lot of this movie's called The Dial of Destiny, so it's just obviously in your face that it's about time travel. Like a time dial. But
worked for Harry Potter. I think that's one of the better movies out of the whole franchise. The one where they have the stones and shit, and they're going through.
That one's really good.
It's the one with the werewolf guy.
Yeah, that's the Alfonso Cuarón movie. That is like the best movie that they've done.
Yeah, is it?
All right.
That's not Azkaban. That's like after it, I think.
No, that's Prisoner of Azkaban.
It is? Okay. Yeah, because Gary Oldman's got a big part finally.
Yeah.
He's always good in shit. Because he's a psycho and an alcoholic, so he'll get into it.
So they spent $450 million probably making this movie and advertising it. That means you need at least around $900 million to $1 billion off this to make like any money from it, or to make your money back.
What are they doing? That doesn't even.
I don't understand.
It doesn't even sound like smart business practice at all.
No, I mean, even like I just read how Guardians of the Galaxy finally just broke even.
What the fuck are they spending it on? Like, how much does Harrison Ford get paid?
I guess that's a good thing. It's like if you break even while it's still in theaters, and then everything after is all profit. Like, you know, if there's any DVD sales, who the fuck's buying
I don't think DVD sales are a big deal anymore. You know, this shit just gets streamed, and then people get bored of it after a while.
I don't know. I don't get. Well, that's another thing. Is like at least that, like the Miles Morales movie was only $100 million, and like they did like no advertising for it all. Maybe they spent another 25. It's already made its money for what they spent, and it'll definitely make money. Like there's certain movies that just overblow their budget. I don't know what the fuck it's going to. The original I saw for inflation, the original Raiders of the Lost Ark would have been $75 million today, and this movie is $300 million.
Yeah, it's confusing. I guess when you see it, maybe you'll be able to figure out where the money went. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a ticket for something else and sneak into this.
Yeah, I would feel embarrassed just purchasing that.
I'll be embarrassed. Yeah, I'll have to like wear like a Marx Brothers like big fake nose and mustache.
The mustache. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
if you wore that, they might just feel bad enough to let you in for free.
Yeah, maybe I should put a bag over my head and go in.
Or you know what you could do? You could just maybe pretend like you're mentally disabled or something. You can get in for just free admission, and they'll sit you in like one of those cool seats.
Yeah. Oh, buy a ticket to the flight. I don't know if I want to give money to that motherfucker either, Ezra Miller. No, I guess what the best thing to do is to put on a Pauly Shore mask, so then no one will know who I am, and go in.
Yeah, I've never pretended to be mentally challenged, but I did pretend once to be like a crack addict when I was trying to buy weed in a bad neighborhood in Philly, and I would walk around like I was tweaking just so people wouldn't fuck with me, and it seemed to work.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that, man. I mean, that's not a bad plan. Where it's like they know, like, all right, this guy's from here. This guy might be just as fucked up as us. That's a good plan.
That's what I was thinking. Is like if I walk around just like normal white kid, they're gonna probably pick me out of a crowd easily. But if I'm like stumbling around and look like I'm tweaking and shit, and I was wearing like some dingy clothes, then I just kind of fit in.
Oh yeah, so here is the early box off. Like this is the weekend that they're expecting only $60 million opening for this first movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to recoup that.
How are you gonna get $450 million? I don't think it's happening. No, they don't care about this shit. No.
Well, they better put some dragons in it and Matt Damon or something.
They should put I agree. They should put Matt Damon and all that kind of shit in it. But oh god, it's looking pretty bad.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, we watched it. It was really fucking strange.
It was like
it got taken down. It was one of those movies we did and it got taken down.
I'll give it this. It had some decent gore in it, and I liked how overwhelmingly powerful the dragons were. But after a while, I felt like, too much. Like it was almost like they were just so unstoppable and overwhelming that it got kind of like a little one note.
Yeah. Dude, you're right, man. I can't believe Crystal Soul has a 77%. This movie is, I don't know. There are moments in it.
They must have fucking messed with that shit. You know what I mean? Like they played with those numbers.
It's weird. I mean, I'll say this. There are moments in it that are okay, but overall it's not a good movie.
Like
this movie, like what? I don't know, where like Shia LaBeouf calls him old or something. That was kind of funny.
What's their connection? Like grandson to grandfather?
It's his son. It's his son that
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's stupid. No, like the woman in Raiders returns.
Oh, Kathleen. What's her name? Something. Damn.
No, not Kathleen. You're thinking Kathleen Turner?
No. Well, I'm
thinking of
I guess
wrong franchise.
I'm thinking of
no. What's her name? I forget her fucking name.
She's
in like good looking.
She's in Animal House.
Yes, she's in Animal House. She's in Animal House, and she's in Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's who she is.
Stuff too. I just can't think of it now.
She has a son, and she doesn't tell Indiana Jones. Then he finds out later while she goes missing, and she's on like I don't know. It's all this bullshit.
I wonder.
So it's like a son he doesn't know.
And actresses try and push for more de-aging stuff. You know, like when they start seeing dailies and shit, and they're like, could I get some more de-aging?
Yeah, so it is in Tom Cruise's contracts that if he's gonna do a movie, he's gonna be that is happening. I'm sure also maybe like Nicole Kidman,
and also there has to be like a just an apple cart on hand at all times, you know, because isn't he like 4'4" or something?
Oh yeah, they got to stand him out in a couple boxes, yeah.
And they have to, all the actresses that he's with either have to be shorter or they make them like kind of slouch or like do that fake midget thing where they put their shoes down and then put their knees inside of it.
Yeah. Oh, like Tiptoes with Gary Oldman.
Yeah, like Tiptoes. I can't. Yeah, that movie's so ridiculous.
See, they actually did that technique on camera.
I gotta say that was like one of the better bad movies we've ever watched. That movie is legitimately good. Plus, Peter Dinklage is in it. Karen Allen, thank you, Karen Allen.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, Tiptoes
not Kirstie Allen.
Such an awkward film. Like it's so confusing on what they were trying to do with it. It's not
Karen
really like that funny or dramatic.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Oh, I don't think it was supposed to be funny at all. It's supposed to be like, I think it is supposed to be a drama, but it doesn't really work.
Because isn't like the whole thing is like Kate Beckinsale can't she just can't accept him or something.
Yeah. Something kind of like that, but he's trying to still get her. It's fucking retarded that she even entertains this idea of being with a fucking, I don't know, Gary Oldman.
No, she's with Matthew McConaughey, who's his brother.
But she's like into him though, weirdly.
Is she? I don't remember that.
Yeah, there's kind of like a will there, won't they? There's a kind of thing going on with that.
I might have to rewatch that.
So Kingdom of Crystal Skull made $100 million on its opening. She was in Scrooge. Good call. She was in Scrooge. That's a great one. I love Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'll have to say, Karen Allen, besides from Crystal Skull, she had good chops with her acting. I feel like she was very
she looks good.
Like
too.
almost like how like Carrie Fisher is super likable in a lot of her roles. That's sort of how I felt about Karen Allen. Like just good at her little parts.
Carrie Fisher's in like Blues Brothers, and that's it. And she's not likable at all in that movie.
Princess Leia. Just likable as that. She's Princess Leia, basically. So that's kind of what I was meaning.
She's in some movie with Warren Beatty, and she looks really hot in it.
That blonde lady. Well, first off, the blonde lady in fucking Last Crusade is like bombshell, but the blonde lady in no, the blonde lady in
Last Crusade.
Yeah, she's like a Nazi.
I heard that she's like miserable to act with, and nobody liked her.
I can kind of see that. She's just like hot. She's like a model, basically. But
did you hear that before? That like she's like
I have,
one of the most hated. Her and what's her name?
She was ever much again.
She did the show Moonlight with Bruce Willis, and she was in the Last Picture Show. No, she's blonde. I'll have to look it up.
Moonlighting. Sybil Shepherd.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She's like apparently also like a huge bitch, and nobody liked working with her.
Oh yeah.
But she's really good looking.
I
like the Last Picture Show. That's a good movie. It's just very depressing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if this is gonna, by the way, that $100 million for Crystal Skull that's like in 2008. So you gotta count some inflation there. So way better than a $60 million opening that is projected for this movie. I kind of don't know if I buy the projections because I think they're basing it off of like internet buzz, and people who are gonna go see this movie are like, this is like boomer bait. And I mean, it's boomer bait having an Indiana Jones movie. So they might not be on the internet.
Kids. Yeah, which means like every ticket.
Do you think kids give a shit about Indiana Jones? I don't think they do. I know they did when we were kids. Give a shit,
but they'll get brought along whether they want to go or not.
It could be
because it's like an older generation trying to get the younger generation into this franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, even the Crystal Skull, at least it had like a little bit of an adventure vibe. That could have been Steven Spielberg rubbing off onto a little bit. Oh, he's that guy from they just have to put Indiana Jones in Fortnite, and then they'll gladly go. But yeah, looking at these numbers are fucking depressing. It's sad to say that to hear about this. Wow, they actually put him in Fortnite? That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I always hear about that. That whole introducing of all these characters like bothers me as far as like, like let's say I'm like a little kid playing with action figures. I wouldn't be playing with fucking Indiana Jones with Batman all at the same time, all that crap. Like, you got to separate your universes, guys. Indiana Jones should not be in there with, I don't know, whatever these Fortnite characters are doing dances or something. I guess they made Indiana Jones do like dances with like the whip. It's gonna be Magic Mike in it next. That's gonna be the next one in there. And then this looking at this Avatar baby. Avatar baby's in next. They've actually, I wouldn't be surprised they put the Avatar people in.
I wonder if Avatar babies, they're trying to get like Baby Yoda's type of vibe, because you know how people freaked out about Baby Yoda when it first came out.
Yeah, and then even Star Wars, they kept trying to do all these little characters, like Babu Frick is another character they just tried to force upon everyone.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Was it like some?
You don't know Babu Frick?
Jar Jar Binks? No.
Yeah, he's like a little alien.
Oh, it looks like an owl or a Furby.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't even talk though, does it?
Yeah, it says some alien shit.
Okay, that's enough, I guess.
Kind of has, yeah. But here's the great news. They want to keep going with Indiana Jones after this.
Well,
yeah, you don't know Babu Frick?
That 900 billion, then they'll have money for the next one.
It is funny though. What do you think? This is a good quote here. You don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably most people don't know any of these new Star Wars characters.
Yeah, you're saying that like I've seen the movies and care about the franchise anymore.
I think he's a Mandalorian now.
After like Clone Wars, I kind of checked out.
Wait, you don't know Poe Dameron? Are you a big Poe Dameron fan?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yep. Same with the rest of the world. This is what they put into the new Star Wars. But I think you can name like almost every character in the original, and everyone know who the fuck they are.
I know the main people.
I mean, do you know Lando?
Yeah.
Here's one. Do you know?
I know Donald Glover played him in the Solo movie.
Do you know Admiral Akbar?
That's the lobster guy.
Yeah, he's like a fish. He's a Mon Calamari. But
he's like an octopus type of thing. It's a trap meme guy.
He's a fish. Yeah. You know who he is. So it's like
that guy.
That's not a fucking popular character. You know who that is.
But I personally know him because he got memed out. Like he's a common GIF on Twitter that people use when you make a post and you're just like baiting a bunch of people in the comments to respond because you know they're gonna hate it, and usually the first comment right below it will be it's a trap GIF.
Let me see. Let me do a little bit.
The one, do
you know who Grand Moff Tarkin is? Do you know Grand Moff Tarkin?
No, but do you remember the part in the new Mad Max Roadrunner one where Tom Hardy says that's bait? People use that also as like this is about to get ratio post.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Or that he like I don't remember the context of it.
Yeah, it's true. You can definitely tell how good a movie is by its memorable memes. That is true.
It's
also, just memes. It's getting to the point where the memes get more popular than the characters and the movies and all that shit too.
Yeah, it's sort of like when rappers used to try and come out with a song, but then they'd have a dance with it. Like Soulja Boy cranked that Soulja Boy shit, and then everyone was just more concerned with getting the dance move down more than listening to the shitty ass song.
Yeah, mixed plus. I don't see good memes from the new Star Wars or Rings of Power. I don't think there's anything good. Well, the only thing I've seen from Rings of Power is just people making fun of the main character with her stupid horse face when she's riding the horse and looks like retarded. That's the only thing I've really ever seen.
Can you show that? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I think I checked
out. Oh man. Let me Let me play that. Like, just her. I feel bad for this actress. I would have been like, if I saw that back as like an actress, I'd be like, yeah, you should cut that out. You don't need to have that shot.
I don't think she'll be in anything after this.
I don't think she's very good. I heard people say that she's in Saint Maud and she's not good either or something. But
Saint Maud is that horror movie from A24.
Yes, but
I heard it was good. It's like this. I don't know if she's like a nun, but she has like a mental
I heard it's
breakdown.
all right. I heard it's okay. It's pretty good, but I heard she's not anything great in it. Here's her riding a horse and her face. Look at her face in this.
Okay.
Well, that's.
Is it in slow motion, or you have it set to that?
That's in the movie. That's in how it plays.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a weird expression. It almost looks like some Aphex Twin distorted, like
Yeah,
window
see it
licker
closer here.
base. Yeah, that's not a good look.
Dude, that's in the show. That's like exactly how it is in the show.
People are like going back and editing this and saying leave that in.
Someone decided to leave that in and put it into super slow motion.
If I were her, I'd be like pushing to have that cut. It makes me look like I'm an idiot. Or
yeah,
just
someone
not
who
an idiot, but,
hates
like,
her.
The worst you could bring out of her features, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, I don't think she's a bad looking person, but like that looks so fucking goofy. But yeah, someone
She's not
said,
bad looking, she's just so bland. Like her
yeah,
character.
she's bland. Yeah. I mean, there's also like, it's not like Kate Blanchett's like super hot or something. She just kind of looks like majestic
She used
in
to
the
be.
original movies.
I thought she was pretty good.
She was really
what does
good
she look
looking.
like
but,
outside of that part. Do you know the name of her? Like what her name is?
Oh man, I don't even want to remember. I think I blocked it out.
I'll look it up. I won't.
I mean, I should know it. I should know it. Like, I'm just trying to think here. I like watched all this crap. Morford Clark. Yeah, that's her. She's good looking for what, you know. It's like we were talking about like Brie Larson or whatever.
Swedish.
People shit all over, but she's a hot person.
Yeah, Brie Larson's better than this.
Yeah, Brie Larson's way better looking than that.
Stuff.
Brie Larson has some big tits.
Oh, she doesn't have blonde hair. She's a brunette.
But how tall is she?
Yeah,
Galadriel's supposed to be like.
I don't know.
Galadriel's supposed to be 6'4".
You know what? Actually, her
she?
smile. Actually, her smile is just really awkward looking. It makes her nostrils flare up, really, almost like just so intense.
Well, because of all the violence on the show, she needed an on-set psychologist. That came out as real.
Psychologist or psychiatrist? I guess it's the same thing.
Probably both. I'm sure she was getting some kind of meds and shit. All these actors are gonna be first to get that, but this is not.
Well, she's gonna need
Kathleen Kennedy.
These fucking reviews.
Kathleen Kennedy is everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite producer there.
I can look at myself in the mirror, and I can start laughing at myself. This is a good mystery. No, just stand there. The fear of the monsters will keep you in a good balance, walking along the rail.
You gotta fear the monsters, Kathleen Kennedy. She's probably the most hated producer or president I've ever heard of with this. And I was reading an interview about Steven Spielberg and George Lucas talking about her. Like, Steven Spielberg does not like her. He said they would be having all these conversations, and then she would just interrupt with like some stupid comment, being like, "Oh, instead of saving the girl, he should get the dog at the end." He said it would be like stuff that they've already talked about like 10 minutes later, and then he'd hear her chime in, and now she's running Lucasfilm. Jesus Christ! You need George Lucas back. He'd be like, I didn't really like the new Star Wars. I thought they didn't really do anything new. You're gonna want to do stuff with the Kashyyyk, the Wookiee planet.
I've never heard.
Oh yeah, dude.
Kathleen Kennedy. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised. She's I mean, I'll say this: she has been around for a long time. She's been a producer, for Lucasfilm and stuff with Disney and other things for a long time. I don't think she's a bad producer. I'm sure she's good at her job. But making her the president has not seemed to work. Yeah, Mixaplex. That's from On with Busey. It's a fucking great show from the early 2000s. That really, if you can get your hands on it, fucking watch it. It's fucking hilarious. It's such a strange show.
What was it? We're talking MTV.
I think so. And also, like, we're talking about memes. I was just realizing how there's so much good stuff there that I think hasn't gotten memed yet. Like, people don't, because it's so unknown. No one knows about that. There's probably ridiculous shit there. And there's also no good quality of it. You're gonna find like a fucking 480p copy of it. That's the best you're gonna find. That like show.
And Tom Green show, and what else was on? Yeah. That was when TiVo first came out.
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine if there was memes back then. There'd be a lot of stuff for Busey, Tom Green, all that shit, for sure.
Well, the internet existed back then, didn't it? It just wasn't as, like, I guess...
Yeah.
It wasn't progressed to the point where everyone was, like, openly sharing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back and if you want to see what, like, some of the websites looked like, Jeez,
like
go search, like, go watch, like, go look at, like, WWF in 1998 and see what it looked like, their website. And that's basically what every internet page looked like.
Or, like, Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, or it's like, I don't know. It was like, I'll pull this up. It was like, this is like wrestling stuff, but like, it would be sites that looked like this.
Homestar Runner shit? I remember that was pretty
popular.
popular.
I mean, that was like original. There was stuff that was on Newgrounds and like early YouTube and other stuff that was basically like Adult Swim. Like, yeah, sites that look like this, where there's just a bunch of yellow text on a black background. And then you got, this is what the website looked like for WWF.com. Shit like this. That's a good example of what things looked like. Like this kind of crap. You get some terrible font. Get a GeoCities website, Angel Fire, all that kind of shit. Make your websites on Word. So, my next topic here. The Page Boy. Page Boy comes up here. I'm going to title this Page Boy Smollett. That's the new topic. I'm going to wait for Leland to get back here, but...
Yeah, I had to
Jesus Christ.
On my laptop, sorry.
Yeah, so this is something. I don't know if you've heard about this with Page Boy, Elliot Page, Ellen Page, whatever you want to call.
But Smollett, isn't that the guy who pretended to get hung? And
we'll get into that. So Elliot Page reveals a chilling transphobic attack outside of an LA hotel. She claims that she was verbally attacked and threatened by a crazy transphobic man who shouted at her, "I'm going to fucking gay bash you. I mean, I'll say it on here because I don't give a shit. I'm going to fucking gay bash you, you faggot," the man yelled at the actor.
Yeah, she did. I remember she did some lesbian movie with Kate Mara.
Well, apparently they were together. That's another thing. She claims they were together. She claims they had a secret lesbian relationship, but maybe that's true. That's probably the only true thing in her whole thing.
Kate Mara's pretty hot.
I don't buy this. Like, everyone, as soon as she said that, everyone's been saying, like, this is fucking fake. Like, this everyone's like, no, that's what I'm talking about. Smells fishy, man. And that's pre-transition and post. But no way is this true. So who the fuck uses gay bash you? Who's gonna like go up and be like, I'm gonna gay bash you? You know what I mean?
I know it sounds like
it sounds fake.
It sounds like the what's it called? Like someone who doesn't know how to be homophobic trying to come up with homophobic stuff.
I mean, you'd say like, I'm gonna fucking kill you or something like that. Like, that's something you'd say. You wouldn't be like, I'm gonna gay bash you. Something that you could then put in a book.
Faggot or something like that, you know? You don't have to make like a whole monologue out of it.
Yeah, so then she ran to a convenience store. This all happened right next to the convenience store called the Pink Dot. Yeah, and same thing. This is while another straight white man using his privilege. So this is while she's transitioned to a man. She's still fearful for her life. So I guess there is no white male privilege, huh? So that's what she is now, right? She's a white male. So some good memes about this. Eric July, good comic writer there too, right? Isom's good comic book, independent comic book. Elliot Page. I like how he puts Elliot in quotes. I like that. That's there's a lot of stuff in quotes here. Elliot Page alleges being received on the receiving end of a quote transphobic attack outside LA hospital from an quote enraged man. It definitely seems pretty suspect there. I like this post too by Ryan Kinnell. He's a funny YouTuber. He just responded to this on Twitter when he saw this. He just put up a Jussie Smollett image there. That about says it there.
Yeah, he fucked his whole career up with that, didn't he?
Well, you want? I'm gonna play this. This is even more funny. So this is what.
Yeah, go to something else because her body looks freakish and it's hard to look at.
It is weird, but this is what Ellen Page said about Jussie Smollett at the time. So, like, this is what she said at the time. So check this out.
We need superheroes.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the urgency would be so severe, and instead it's like we have a media that's barely talking about it. We have a media that's saying it's a debate whether or not what just happened to Jussie Smollett is a hate crime. It's absurd. This isn't a debate.
I agree.
Because it never happened. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, because it didn't happen. Also, I like how she said Smollett. That makes me think of like a new hairstyle, a Smollett.
You know, that's what I love about it is like they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, yet they're so passionate about it.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then here by the way is this is outside that convenience store.
Johnny Smollett got beat up and we don't even care.
Yeah, because it didn't happen. And everyone immediately, even the cops, like immediately, like this is fucking weird. We're gonna look into this. This is, by the way, this is the convenience store this happened at. You can see that there's a camera, right?
Jeez, that Kobe mural is weird looking.
Right there, big old camera
Look
right
at his
there.
hands. Whoever made that is an idiot. Like his hands are not even proportionate to the rest of his body.
I'm just seeing that. They also look like. It looks like it's like you added in some like MS patient hands onto this. They look so out of proportion.
That is some slob art if I've ever seen it.
I guess that's Muck Rock is the artist there. Muckzock. Go take it out with him, man. I would
be putting graffiti all over that motherfucker.
But yeah, you can see right here. There's a very visible camera that if this did happen with Mr. Page, that you'd be able to see all that altercation. So I'm kind of curious if that will come out. See, I think I'll say this. I think Mr. Page was smart about not going to the cops with any of this, just kind of saying it. Because, you can say like
some public attention. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, and
charges.
And also this is right around, she's releasing a book too. So convenient, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, none of this shit is by chance. It's just all marketing.
Well, here's another thing that
it's just so desperate and obvious.
Here's another thing she said for her book. She said, let me get into this. She said an A-list actor verbally assaulted, he's saying him, verbally assaulted her. This whatever, I can't do it. I know you as Juno, you fucking stupid bitch. I'm going to fuck you to make you realize you aren't gay. Page claims the unknown actor told him at a birthday party in Los Angeles in 2014. From an excerpt titled "Famous A-hole at a Party." That's from the book, of course.
I think the bigger story is where is Olivia Thirlby now? I don't know.
I think it sounds like something Al Pacino would say. Do you think the A-lister was Al Pacino? Hey, I'm gonna fuck you. I wonder who says this. Who says this to her? This is obviously fake. No one said this to her.
Maybe it was. I don't think James Woods get invited to any of this stuff, and he's not A-list.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was. I'm trying to think who's A-list here.
Maybe Colin Farrell.
Probably Mark Ruffalo, right? Someone super liberal, right? Someone who's maybe Mark Ruffalo.
Is he A-list? I guess he played the Hulk. Yeah.
It is actually next question. Is there an A-list anymore? Is there an A-list? Does that exist?
You're right. It feels like it's
A-list?
just a big tier of Bs.
I think it's like a big tier of Bs and Cs.
Well, all the A-listers
there is no
are
A-list.
Like old and aging, you know?
I don't think any of these A-listers would hang out with fucking Elliot Page.
Well, maybe they just showed up and nobody even invited them.
Well, I mean, maybe they were just, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm telling you. I think it was Al Pacino that was just trying to fuck her.
Who is this thing?
Make you realize you aren't gay
around here.
I mean, when I read that quote, I thought like, yeah, it'd be really funny if Al Pacino said this to someone.
Who is this thing at my party?
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Now I'm hoping it was Al Pacino. That's who I'm picturing said this to Elliot Page. Page boy. Yeah, it's creepy.
It wasn't Smollett. I know that. He's not invited anything.
Oh man, that shirtless photo is terrifying.
Yeah,
like, you know what? Whatever, do what you want. You can. I don't give a shit. I don't think you should post a shirtless photo of your scars.
I know, it's just kind of, you know, it must be looking like some inverted penis or something.
I'll say like even like porn stars with like the big fake tits and then they lift them up and you see like the scars underneath. That's like creepy too. This is even worse. But yeah, she
it just looks painful, you know?
She just looks like a fucking girl. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see. She doesn't look like a dude. She looks like just like a lesbian. You don't think you need to chop your tits off for that. That's a little intense.
Well, you could.
Nothing wrong with having some tits.
There's like a way to reduce them by just like taping them back and stuff. That would be a lot cheaper. Get some saran wrap.
Yeah, but now she's, this is also, it's also like, all right. So she's saying she had she had this romance with Kate Mara, who's a closeted female co-star, but that's a little fucked up.
Some lesbian film together, so I could see them like maybe, they built like some chemistry on set, and then it kind of went offset.
Isn't it? But also, isn't that not cool to like out this girl who was obviously not out as being, I don't know, any kind of bi or lesbian? Isn't that kind of like offensive like a little bit?
Whatever relationship she's in, and
yeah, like, and who even know? I honestly, I almost just don't even buy it. I'm surprised Kate Mara just says like, yeah, this isn't true. I could all see this coming out as just being totally fake. This is from a person who thought
to market whatever movie they were in, because
the book,
I don't
Page Boy.
No, but they were in some movie together.
And this is coming from someone who believed Jussie Smollett. You know what I mean? Or Smollett, as she put.
I don't think they even believed it. I think they just wanted to talk about it and try and make themselves.
I think that just says it all, really. Like, you like Jussie Smollett, and
that's the thing, is like they don't even care if it's true or not. They just want to keep pushing that agenda. You know what I mean? They could care less if it actually happened.
What'd you say there?
That they could care less if it actually happened. They just want to push whatever agenda they're working towards, and just trying to get any kind of publicity they can. They don't give a shit.
My headphones are being weird, man.
What was he even from? Power or something? I don't even fucking remember. Or it was, I forget what the fuck this show was even.
What's your favorite Elliot Page movie?
I don't know. I didn't really like Juno. Kick-Ass, maybe? Oh, no, not Kick-Ass. What's the one with the guy from The Office, Rainn Wilson?
I don't know if I've seen a lot of anything she's done besides from like Super.
They're in this superhero movie with Rainn Wilson that was okay. I don't remember the name of it.
I don't know. What have you seen? Did you see Umbrella Academy?
No, it's a TV show about superheroes or something. Inception, I guess. I don't even like that movie. I hate Christopher Nolan. I'm trying to look up their IMDb and think about it. Oh wow, they made a Flatliners reboot. Jesus, what fucking wanted that? I don't know. They kind of suck.
This is why I don't
shit
like
is not that great.
earbuds. Using these earbuds, and I can't hear shit. Hold on.
I guess
fucking wireless technology.
I guess Juno or Inception, but I really don't like either one of those movies very much. Oh, Trailer Park Boys. There you go.
All right, I hear you now. All right,
Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah, she was really good in that. But she was like 9. She was really funny.
Whatever. I mean, that's the best thing. I'm going through her IMDb, and that's the only thing I could really tolerate.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I remember that. She actually was likable, really likable in that. But she was a kid actor. I think she actually was a very good kid actor. Really good kid actor. I mean,
this horror movie, Hard Candy, it's not good, but it's kind of fucked up. She like cuts this guy's dick off, I think.
You know what? I like Super. Super is okay.
That's the one I was talking about with Rainn Wilson.
All right,
you
Super.
Didn't hear me for that.
I didn't hear you. Yeah, but Super is like pretty good. That's James Gunn, by the way, too. By the way, that's James Gunn.
That makes sense because it feels like it has his tone and kind of comedy to it. Did he do Kick-Ass too?
No, he didn't do Kick-Ass, but he's done.
But that feels like doesn't Kick-Ass feel like a James Gunn movie almost too?
I kind of agree with that. It feels like something that's his tone. That's definitely true.
Who did Kick-Ass? I'm gonna have to look that up.
But the stuff that he does touch, I think, is always pretty good because he's written a few things that when I'm like, oh, he wrote that, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that stuff that he didn't direct. This goes back a bit.
This guy Matthew Vaughn, he did an X-Men movie. He did Layer Cake. Oh no, he produced it.
Oh, like James Gunn wrote the Dawn of the Dead movie from 2004.
The reboot? Yeah, that one was okay.
I would say I like the writing more than I like the execution, which is Zack Snyder. I think it's Zack Snyder, right? Is that his movie?
Oh, let me see.
I thought it was. I mean, all in all, that's going back. I would take that any day of the week than what we get now. A Dawn of the Dead from 2004.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it was Zack Snyder. Yeah, it's not terrible.
And even The Watchmen was like pretty good. It was all right.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that.
Actually, might be one of like the better superhero movies.
But does it even qualify?
Yeah, it certainly does. It's a comic.
I don't know. I don't think it even. I don't think it's like in the same category as all these, kind of straight edge things that the average moviegoer is going to go and see. It's a little too fucked up and weird.
Yeah, I mean, same time though, it's like I think Watchmen does it well, but they've really played into the superheroes being bad. Like The Boys has super played into that. Like it just seems to be a big
Suicide
theme.
Squad or
yeah, and I think it sounds like that's what
you were talking about with the wrestler guy or
and it sounds like that's what James Gunn's Superman movie might be about. It might be like another, ooh, look at this. The superheroes are actually evil. That's what it sounds like it might be.
And then there's that Harley Quinn movie. There's a lot of things trying to just recapture that vibe over and over.
Yeah, like they play into the anti-hero.
People are sick of the regular shit,
Although I did hear the Flash movie, because I just heard from people who've seen it, that if you skip the first hour, it's like whatever, it's the Flash. The second hour, Michael Keaton comes in and it's just basically like another Batman movie, which is like, I'm actually kind of cool with that. I'd rather just go in an hour late and go watch this movie. That'd probably be better.
With no context of the plot for an hour of it?
I get it. He's like a Flash in different multiverse. Do you really need to know? Like,
I mean, I saw the trailer. I guess that's all I'm going to need.
But there's spoilers that have come out, so.
Did you see that movie Annihilation?
Yeah, I love that movie. I like that.
Yeah, it's fucking
that Raider's great.
It's some pretty crazy special effects.
Yeah, the ending of the Flash movie has been revealed. I guess it's like a post-credit scene though, so it doesn't really it's not like it affects the plot. But
are they just setting up some Michael Keaton spin-off shit?
No, I don't think this is like not getting set up at all because, James Gunn is taking over DC. So all this shit is like done. There's no Henry Cavill anymore as Superman. There's no Flash going forward. No Ben Affleck. It's like all pretty much being wiped clean. So I guess they're kind of doing whatever the fuck they want in this movie. Because it's all just pretty much going. But yeah, box office projections for this, I bet you it's better than, look, it already is. It's better than fucking Indiana Jones at $60 million. This is at least projected to get 115 to 140. Way off than 60. Jesus. I don't know though. It's like I think the boomers are going to come out for Indy, and I think people are not going to really want to see this because of Ezra Miller. That's a fucking creep.
Yeah, I thought he got canceled. He overcame it somehow. I don't know.
I think that's what happens when you've seen all these producers genitalia. You could label it in a police lineup.
Well, hold on. We got to check out this Hailey Steinfeld dressing up as Gwen Stacy in real life.
Oh, because she plays. All right, so she plays that character in the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, but we gotta see these photos.
I mean, is she really? She's just wearing a fucking school outfit.
Oh, I thought she was wearing like
some
the
bullshit.
spandex. I thought there's like a female Spider-Man part.
Yeah, she's Spider Gwen. She's Spider Woman. Yeah, she's Spider Woman pretty much. She was good in it. I mean, that movie was pretty good. I can't really. It was way too long. Really good art style. But I can't say it wasn't bad. It was a good movie. Really, especially if you like animation, I don't think I've seen anything that pushed the boundaries of animation that well. Especially with doing tons of art styles all in the same movie.
Yeah, I don't really see cut animated stuff.
It makes me think of when I say that, it makes me think of Ralph Bakshi, where he was like putting tons of different styles into one movie. But that didn't really work because it was Ralph Bakshi in the 70s. It had no money to it.
He did some pretty weird racist shit too.
Yeah, but he kind of did it as like a commentary. Like you're talking about Coonskin, the movie Coonskin. Yeah.
I know, but it's like some people see it as commentary, other people see it as his exploitation of. He's like an old white guy, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like it's pretty manipulative, I mean, some people are gonna be cheering on the racism, and other people are gonna be horrified by it. So you never really know who it's for.
Yeah, I mean, it's like at least he was trying to do something different. I don't think there was a lot of people, and he was trying to like make like a statement more. No one does that anymore now. You're gonna put out the Flash. Does it really mean anything? Like the art style in movies are basically gone. But like I said, you need the Flash to keep these fucking movie theaters alive. They're not gonna. You keep putting out Bo is Not Afraid. You're not gonna have the movie theaters around.
I know they're barely like it.
That's what sucks.
COVID like really set them back, and it's gonna take a big release. Kind of like, I mean, I guess Avatar definitely helped a ton.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's like you need these big franchises to actually bring people in to go see it. It's the unfortunate truth. That's where it's like
Titanic. We need like some Titanic level shit every once.
But
in a
at
while
least
to just
that
carry it.
I would love something like that because at least that was. It wasn't like repeating property that's already been done. Like the Flash, like Batman, this or that. Like the Titanic was at least something that was like a new movie. This was a new movie. Of course, it's based on something, but it wasn't like an IP property franchise that it just prints money. Like I would love more movies that just make money because they're a big entertainment spectacle.
Yeah, I was always confused by how popular Titanic was because it just felt so dull of a movie. It's just like a big, long, romantic drama.
I think it's brilliant, and it's like in the fact that he knew, like, all right, the first half of this movie is going to be about a romance story that's going to get women involved, and then when everyone's getting bored, that is like the dudes. He's gonna put in like a big action scene for the last half of the movie, and that's basically like I mean that like
and then you get some nudity and sex stuff.
Yeah, I think it appealed to everyone. Maybe more overall towards women.
Actually, think about it now. It's kind of weird. Like it had those nude scenes and stuff because at the time it felt like all just kids were really obsessed with seeing that movie.
I mean, I remember it was like,
and like little girls.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we were in 6th or 7th grade or something when that came out, and yeah, like a lot of the people were going. Like a lot of the girls around our age were going to see it like multiple times. That's one of those movies where you remember people would be like, "Oh, I saw it 6 times."
The girls were there to see Leonardo
6 fucking times,
and all the guys were there to see Kate Winslet nude for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm talking like regular fucking people, not like super moviegoer people going to see a movie multiple times. Like that's where it's like they're just like printing cash, and it wasn't like it was an original idea. It wasn't the Flash.
No, I remember seeing like interviews where like black kids in New York were going to see Star Wars like 10 times, and they all love Darth Vader. Like they're obsessed with Darth Vader.
Yeah, are you talking about like the new Star Wars or the old Star Wars? Like
no,
old Star Wars. Yeah. Oh, exactly.
And they were it was cool to see like all like young black kids were like just obsessed with seeing Darth Vader on screen, and he's not like a black guy. He's just
he's got the voice, suit. But also this, like,
you're right, James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James.
Yeah. But when he takes his helmet off, he's an old bald white guy.
Yeah, he's a crusty white guy. But I was looking at because this actually comes up with Indy. I was just looking back at Raiders. Dude, Raiders of the Lost Ark was in theaters for a full year and it was like a year and 3 months. It didn't leave the theaters. You can go see it, Indiana Jones, and then 6 months later, go see it in a packed house 6 months later in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
because then they didn't have the
home back then.
Yeah, they didn't have that kind of release. So I don't know. It was a different. Like you could go. You would want to go see Star Wars multiple times because you knew like I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to see this or I'm gonna have to wait until TV and it's gonna be shitty quality. Like that's you kind of wanted. You kind of had to go do that. It's part of the.
And people would wait on long ass lines too. And like,
I mean.
It's like remember when Tickle Me Elmo and Cabbage Patch Kids and Furbies were so insane that like parents were fighting each other and beating the shit out of each other to get them.
Yeah, because I watch History Channel. And they'll talk about these I think it's called like the things that made us or some bullshit. You ever seen that show on History?
Too. Like people used to freak the fuck out about Beanie Babies.
But Cabbage Patch was the first, and those things are fucking ugly weirdo to shit.
Yeah,
like,
they're creepy.
Yeah, it's like that. That is one I just don't get. But so I guess I'll talk about
Beanie Babies. It was interesting that because of how early the internet was, people didn't fully understand like how it was being manipulated. And Beanie Baby, the creator of Beanie Babies would lie about the production of stuff and make stuff rare at certain times, so people would freak out and buy up a certain character, and then all of a sudden like. There'd be a bunch of them, and then he'd stop the production of another one, and their sales would go up. So it was just like a constant, like, just fucking with the market to keep everything kind of balanced as far as interest and what was getting bought up. It's pretty interesting. But then everyone caught on and realized like the pop reports were fabricated, and like there were thousands of them, and they all just tanked because there was no rarity anymore.
No, exactly. Oh, and then so here's the thing. This is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler thing with the Flash ending. Well, it's like a bullshit ending.
It's fine. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna see it either. But
you'll see.
I might. There's supposed to be a third Batman. So who do you think the third? Like we know Michael Keaton, we know Ben Affleck is in this. Who do you think the third Batman is? There's a lot of speculations on that. And we know Nicolas Cage is going to be in it as Superman.
I guess.
Big spoilers, so if you don't want to hear this.
Christian Bale?
I mean, that's the one.
He wouldn't.
That's the one.
I don't think he would want to
think, though, right?
Do that shit. He's like so above that kind of crap.
But that's the one everyone would think, right?
I would think be the Twilight guy. Probably he's easier to get. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, that's a good point. So here is the post-credit scene.
The better question is, who cares? You know.
So at the end, we see
how many Batman do we need in one movie?
At the end of the film, we see Clooney talking to Barry, which is for Flash, and Barry says, "You're not Batman." And then Clooney looks around and says,
"Oh, I forgot about George Clooney being Batman."
So they're bringing George Clooney back as Batman, the one everyone wanted.
Well, you can't get Val Kilmer because he's dead.
Yeah, he's all fucked up. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I would have loved if you're gonna talk about who to bring back. I would have said Val Kilmer first.
Well, he needs to work more than anybody, probably.
Well, he's like fucking death's door kind of shit. He's like in the end of the
morbidly obese. He's like on some whale shit with Brendan
No,
Fraser.
he's just got like throat cancer for like 10 years. He's basically like how he is at the end of Tombstone for the past 3-4 years.
There's actually some documentary about Val Kilmer that came out just about like him coming up as an actor and all these like home like audition tapes he used to make to try and get roles and stuff. And then it's kind of, it gets a little sad because it shows like his descent into whatever condition he is in now.
Yeah, that sucks because I do like Val Kilmer. I like me some Val Kilmer. I always thought he was good, man.
He's really good in this movie Tombstone. It's like a neo-western.
Tombstone's great. Yeah, Tombstone's great. I mean, it's no Unforgiven, but it's a good western.
Well, it's more cartoony. Unforgiven's like a serious dramatic movie. Tombstone's almost like a comic book version of that.
Well, I definitely I watched Unforgiven, and then I was like, oh, I'm into westerns. I'm like, I want to keep going with watching westerns. And like the next day, I put on Tombstone, and like I liked it a lot, but I was like, oh, this movie's fucking goofy compared to that.
But that's the intention. It's not like it's same with like
no, like Unforgiven's like
one. Sam Raimi made a western. It's also very goofy, even more goofy.
Well, a lot of westerns are goofy too, so it's like that kind of matches the genre.
Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone. I think it's called The Quick and the Dead, maybe.
That's it. Yep, that's it. I think Bruce Campbell has a little cameo or something.
It's good, but it's definitely like not serious at all. Like the tone of it is very weird.
Did you know he made a Western TV show, Sam Raimi?
Whatever happened with the
no, maybe not Sam Raimi
show that they were like Nazi hunters or something? Did that ever even come out?
What? Say it again.
Jordan Peele had like a TV show about Nazi hunters or something.
No, I think that did come out with Nick. Wasn't Nick Kroll in it?
I don't remember. I wasn't sure if it actually got finished or was just in production.
I think it did. There's also movies about that too, about like these Jewish people in the FBI that'll hunt down the Nazis in like Brazil or Argentina.
Yeah, there's like ones from the 70s.
It's been done a few times.
Yeah, it's called the like Atlantis or something project or something like that. I forget the name of it.
But here's a Western that Bruce Campbell was in the 90s. It's a TV show called The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. It's actually pretty good. It only has like a few episodes out, but it was actually pretty good.
You think they'll ever do a reboot of Bubba Hotep?
No, I mean, I think that kind of speaks for itself. I think it's all you need.
Yeah, well, people have said and thought that about a lot of shit, and then they still dig it up.
Yeah, it's weird though that Adventures of Briscoe County is basically like Ash in Western world because he's like a cowboy who he has these futuristic inventions. It's kind of weird. It's pretty good. I think Sam Raimi produced it. But yeah, watching Tombstone next to Unforgiven is almost like the movie that should have ended. There should be like no westerns after that. It's like that packs it all in.
What are you talking about? They're never going to stop making westerns.
I mean, they're here or there. It's just not like they used to be. You know,
like
Bone Tomahawk was cool.
3:10 to Yuma, that's a good western.
Hey, that guy's directing the Indiana Jones movie, James Mangold. This will be his.
I thought that was the guy that's with Sofia Vergara, who's
Sofia Vergara. No, I don't know.
Oh no, man, I'm. That's somebody else.
I do like that. I do like the director, James Mangold. He's done.
Oh, he did Logan too.
Yeah,
that's
like both.
Western, isn't it?
Pretty much, like both Logan and 310 are really good. Like I do like those. And then
Ford versus Ferrari.
Ford versus Ferrari is fucking great. That's a great movie too, by the way. I don't know if you ever seen that one.
He did something called Heavy. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but you might want to check it out. Considering
it kind of sucks. It's like this is gonna this movie, Dial of Destiny, is gonna tank his career. Because this movie sounds like it doesn't sound like anyone's.
I don't know. Everyone knows what it is. He's just picking up a check.
Yeah, it's picking up a big ass check. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, he did The Greatest Showman. That movie sucks.
Yeah. Also, it's like, he did Girl Interrupted, by the way, too.
Yeah, that movie's like gross.
Yeah, but it kind of fits that time.
Where Brittany Murphy has like all these like old rotisserie chickens underneath her bed, and it always creeped me out. Like all rotted. I like that movie. Like Winona Ryder was looking like really hot back then. That was like peak. And Angelina Jolie.
I think he's a good filmmaker. It's just you're right. This is like a big paycheck. He probably had no say on the fucking movie. Disney's probably basically telling him.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't have Final Cut, they're gonna just completely.
Oh no, they don't care.
Bastardize and fuck with anything you shoot. It doesn't matter like what you want it to look like at the end. They're gonna just. They'll fuck with the runtime if they don't like the ending. Like they'll just manipulate it to however and they want, and then you're just sitting there cucked out.
That's why they fired the two guys who made the Spider-Verse movies. They fired them from Solo because they were probably doing something original. They didn't even want to talk to the studios. They want to do their own thing, and then they no, we're not having that. We're bringing in Ron Howard because he's like a yes man. That's basically what they did.
Ron Howard's a yes man.
Yeah, man, he's like a studio guy. He's gonna do whatever they want.
I mean, he's made enough money. Think that he could kind of with the freedom to do what he wants.
I mean, you would think so. I mean, he does probably for his own movies, but he's not like a Spielberg. He still needs to be reeled in. He's not like that. He's not like a Spielberg or a Scorsese where you actually let them do what they want. Oh yeah. So my last thing here is Chris Hemsworth breaks his silence on Thor 4. I like Chris Hemsworth. I think he actually seems like a genuine person, surprisingly, for an actor.
How can you not be? You're like a millionaire and ridiculously attractive. I don't think it's hard to be in a good mood.
Well, he left Hollywood. He doesn't live there anymore. He moved back to Australia. So that's saying something there.
Yeah, Australia's like not a place I would ever want to visit. It's just like so far away and such a long trip, and it's got all this like weird poisonous shit and stuff. But it does seem pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Thor 4.
There's a lot of good music that comes out of there.
Yeah, I didn't watch this movie because it's.
Have you noticed that? Like, why is it there's like so many actors and actresses that come out of Australia?
Because I think they have a good bit of attractive people, but I don't know if it's like.
Is it that, or is this like they have like studios that are almost like a farm system for us?
No, I think they do generally have their baseline of people are more attractive, but that's not saying they all are.
Well, you got Nicole Kidman, Naomi Watts,
Guy Pearce.
Who else?
Isn't Guy Pearce Australian?
Yeah, Guy Pearce.
Eric Bana.
Yeah, but he sucks, man. He's such a terrible actor.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, there's not that many.
Russell Crowe's not Australian.
Wait, is Naomi Watts? You said Naomi Watts?
Yeah, her and Nicole Kidman kind of came up at the same time. It just took her a little bit longer to get her shit going.
Yeah, so this.
I know there's more.
There's more. This Thor: Love and Thunder movie got fucking terrible reviews. Look at it here, Metacritic, a 4.8. This is like Metacritic is a good place to go if you actually want to see the real reviews. I can't trust like Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. And IMDb is owned by Amazon, and Rotten Tomatoes it just seems to be bought out. Can't trust that shit anymore. This is actually like real reviews. It sucks too because I remember like Thor. His movies were a little bit weirder, almost kind of like B movie-ish, kind of like what's that? Flash Gordon feeling, which is I mean, I like that. It's kind of goofy, but I always like that feeling. Like I like that Flash Gordon first movie.
What I don't like with those Thor movies is they have Kat Dennings in it. Who's like really
yeah.
Tits, and they make her look like this stupid nerd with like 8 layers of clothing on. You know, it's like, what are we doing here? Cast somebody else for that part then.
Yeah. Well,
let's get some cleavage.
It's a family movie, man. It's a family film. Right. Yeah. It's a family. That's why you put.
It was Titanic.
That's why we put Scarlett Johansson in the movie.
Going like full bush.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson basically naked, but it's a family film, man.
She's not in Thor.
Nah, she's in the Marvel stuff. Is what I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Christian Bale was in that Thor and looked like retarded, playing Gore the Butcher. That was a bad choice by him. He's usually pretty good on that.
I don't remember Christian Bale in a Thor movie.
Yeah. I bet you don't. I don't think you don't remember like
it says he's gonna be in it.
No, this is post all this shit. It's already done. It was terrible. He's like bald. He looks like he's got like bad makeup on. I'll show you right now. I'll show you the screenshot. It was fucking terrible. I mean, I didn't watch this movie, but just I heard the performance was really bad, which is also kind of weird from him.
On Thor 3? I don't know.
Thor 4, Love and Thunder, where they made Natalie Portman like have CG muscles, and
I didn't see this one.
She has like the hammer. She takes over the hammer.
He looks like the Penguin.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like. This just doesn't work.
You're talking about like Danny DeVito?
Yeah, I could see that. Like the Penguin mixed with the Bill and Ted guys,
like a monk.
The demons. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about that with Bill and Ted? I get that vibe from it.
I didn't see those movies.
No, there's like a guy who's in like all white and he's bald. Kind of looks like that. What Chris Hemsworth talked about it is he was talking about how he said even his kids' friends weren't fans of the movie. He's basically making fun of this movie. Said there's a bunch of 8-year-olds criticizing my film. We thought we had they thought there was too much humor and the VFX weren't good. And he even said that it became too silly.
This is the third one?
This is the fourth one. This is by that Taika Waititi, who it sounds like he just does not like Taika. It sounds like he hated him. Like when you hear more about this.
Yeah, I don't. This came out?
Yeah, this came out, man. It didn't do well.
It must have really came out because it didn't even show it on television for me. And they played the shit out of all these fucking Thor movies constantly.
It came out like about November, so maybe it just hasn't hit TV yet, but it probably should have by now.
That must be it.
I mean, I heard this. I just heard him saying, like, I mean, he basically, like, you know, all those other actors, I think, like the Chris Evans and Downey Jr., like, they outwardly came out and said, like, oh yeah, I'm done with this. This is gonna be my last movie. This just sounds like he's just done with it without even announcing this is my last movie. I think he's just worn out by this crap.
Yeah, he probably wants to get out before it turns terrible.
I mean, this is a quote. I cringe and laugh equally at it. That's not a good that's not a good thing to say about your movie.
No.
He says, I think we just had too much fun. It became too silly.
Then is he talking about his own acting performance or just everyone else? Because then
he's talking about it is true. It's like if you watch the third one is called Ragnarok, and that's where Taika Waititi like starts the directing.
I saw that one. The villain was
it was Jeff Goldblum,
forgettable, right? And nothing. Like really, like one of the worst villains I've ever seen in a film. It's just
wasn't it Jeff Goldblum?
It was just like some like God thing that like was restored. It was like locked in some kind of thing. I don't know. It was just so forgettable and non-threatening, really.
Yeah. No, yeah. Exactly. But that was the start of like the silly humor that he's talking about, because that was the first Taika. And that really is like, it felt like the character of Thor had like a big change. Like that character is so different than the first two movies he's in. It's like, I know he was always like a little goofy, but he wasn't like a retard. Like they went full Homer Simpson with him. And that's the same thing with Homer. It's like Homer Simpson's a good example of it. Like the first couple seasons, like, yeah, he's stupid and he's funny. But now it's like you watch, now he's basically like a retarded person. He wasn't really that. He's, like in the first couple seasons, you like understood like, okay, he's just like a dumb guy. Of course he's got a job. He's not that stupid. Now it's like he'll like, I don't know, like
this is what happens when you go on for too long.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they talked about in it's like going full retard. You know what I mean? It's like I think that's sort of what they did with Thor. You go full retard, and that's what happens. But he's basically saying, I'm not going to come back to this movie unless they totally like reinvent the character. I could see him. I could see him coming back though for this.
Yeah,
I'm sure he will.
Money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like this is easy fucking money to make like millions of dollars, and I'm sure Marvel like
a few divorces later, he'll be rethinking this.
I don't know. I think he's got like because I saw a show he did with what's that director who did the wrestler? What's his name? The pie guy and Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, Aaron Aronofsky. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Aronofsky did a show on Nat Geo. Yeah, he did a documentary series with Chris Hemsworth on Nat Geo, and it was really good. And that's also why Krim says he's a cool guy. I think he's got a pretty hot wife. I don't think he's getting divorced.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I mean, he's got a hot wife. He's like Spanish from Madrid and shit. She's fucking hot. Yeah.
Oh, Elsa Pataki. Yeah, I've seen her, and she's in one of the Fast and the Furious movies. I think it's number 7, maybe 6, maybe 5. It's so hard to keep track. There's like fucking 20 of them.
Yeah.
She's actually, I think, pretty older than him.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, but I think
10 years.
I think he has multiple
years
with her, though.
Definitely really good. She's got some. Yeah.
Hey, man, look at fucking Salma Hayek. I'm still down with her, and she's like 54 or something. You could put her in as much as you want.
That last Magic Mike movie yesterday, not the whole thing, but like just parts of it, and she still looks like she's, I don't know, 40 or something.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that about covers it for all the stuff today, man. Not gonna go on too long today. Be back
she's
on
56. She does not look 56.
No, she doesn't look 56 at all. Jeez.
Yeah, I say we call it.
Yeah, but yeah, went through some things. We'll be back on Tuesday. I'm actually gonna start putting the videos up on Rumble. It's another alternative to YouTube because I think everyone hates YouTube and everyone hates the man.
Yeah, I heard this guy Aiden something. He like was doing kind of sketchy shit on Twitch, and he kept getting his stuff taken down, and he got like a huge
like ban or
deal to like go out and stream on this
on Rumble.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason he did that was just because, which is funny, like Twitch was too restrictive when like we're complaining about YouTube being.
Oh yeah, I think it can be. No, but the funny thing is, it's not like YouTube. YouTube's so much more not like, I mean, crazy or Nazi, whatever you want to say.
YouTube's really just for like babies,
Well, YouTube's just the standard, man. You got to go on it because it's the standard, and it's like, and it does have, like, YouTube system's really good. They have, they're years of ahead of everyone. So
yeah, and it's right. It's so established. Yeah,
I don't know. Twitch is like, I don't know. Twitch has not evolved. And then I hear how they're even like exactly what you're saying. Like they'll take people down. Like they only seem. I don't think Twitch will be around in a couple of years. That's the vibe I get.
Well, also Twitch is doing that kind of weird woke shit. Also, like if you have certain politics they don't like, they'll get you removed and stuff like that.
And that's what I will say about Rumble on the other side, which is a down because I don't think I fit onto either side. Rumble does seem to have more of the conservative side on it. That does seem to be there.
You probably play better there than
I know
the opposite, and
because if you don't like the crazy woke agenda, they think you're a right-wing nut, which is insane. I'm what I would call a classic liberal from the 90s. I guess that just doesn't. A classic liberal from the 90s just means you're a far-right Trump supporter now.
I don't. All I care about politics is like I just want my money. to be worth. I just want my money to not be like dog shit and my savings to not be tanked and worth nothing. I don't care who's in office. I don't care what's happening. I just don't want like my currency and my savings to be
exactly. I totally agree with
like that. I don't give a shit who's doing what. I just don't want my money and my savings to be neutralized and like worthless.
Yeah, I agree. It's like I want all that to be good. I want there to be a good economic thing going on because that just helps everyone out. You know, it's like, I mean, that's the thing is like, talk all the shit you want on Trump. There was definitely a better economy and things were better then. So like, I don't give a shit if it was because of him or not.
Like all my shit
that was true.
Been
I'd rather that
since then. So
yeah,
I really don't give a fuck about who's in or who's doing what. I just want my shit to like be profitable. That's it.
Yeah, and that is like not uncommon, that sentiment. I think that's also why I think not a lot of people like what's happened with Biden and everything, because
well, I mean, in the end, it's just like what you just want to be able to make enough to retire. I mean, I don't want to be working the rest of my fucking life because like,
and in the end, it's a numbers thing, man.
Has an agenda
it's like stats for baseball. It's like if the numbers ain't good, man, something's not working, right? Like it's basically it. Like
it's pretty cut and dry. Like it's really it's like that's the good thing about statistics. Like there's no agenda, there's no spinning anything. It's just right there. Black,
it's like
black and white.
Like shit is too expensive, and then there's not enough money going around. That's basically it. You know, it was better before, so it's like I'd rather whoever's gonna offer that, I'm all for. If it's gonna be Page Boy, it's gonna be Page Boy. Offer her to take him, her, whatever to take over. We have 2 him, hers, or they, thems on my cover here. We got 2 they, thems. I don't know what Harrison Ford's pronouns are anymore. Maybe he's a they, them too.
Just old.
Yeah, he's just old.
When you get to a certain age, no one cares what you're working with.
Yeah, do you think Danny Glover has pronouns or no?
He's too old for that shit.
Exactly. That's how I'm going to end it. Hit that like button, subscribe on here. I'm Wizard_Shack on Twitter. It's going to be WizardShack on Rumble once that comes up. But yeah, that's the end of it.
I don't have to download Rumble. I just have to like sign up.
Yeah, you just fucking sign up. Bullshit.
Okay.
You know.
I'll look into it.
All right, man. Later, dude.